Welcome to Illustrator Jones. Once again, yes, it's another scribble sketch episode. I draw this circle, and it was going to be an eyeball, and then it turned into something grotesque and horrible and disgusting. I don't know. My head is in the gutter. That's all I can say. My head is in the gutter. Anyway, I'm trying to get things straight here, and I can't seem to get it straight. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so I drew a cat's bum. Sorry. Now, it was going to be an eyeball, like a big squidgy eyeball. But it ended up being a cat's bum. Not a cat's bum, but you know. I just thought it was funny. You remember the movie Stargate with Kurt Russell in? Which I absolutely loved when it came out. I saw that in the cinema when I was young, in my 20s, and absolutely loved that movie. And it was the Stargate. Oh, this is called the STAR SPHINCTER. I had to really be careful what I say, get the guys to say in this comic picture, because it was. Got to keep it clean, you know. It's just funny. It's just funny, and it's just If you watch what do you call it? What's that film called? Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds. When they get captured into the cages on the back of the machines, there's a big sphincter on that. That sucks them up into it. So that was kind of the idea where it came from. But there's... Just give me a sec. There's a chappie on... he's just subscribed. His name is Peter Yong. I hope I've got that right. Yong or Jong? Dejong. Peter Dejong. Dejong. Anyway... He sent me a request. Could I do a drawing with this character in? Now, can you see that? Yeah, can I? There you go. If I show you that, see that Dow Dabbit? Never ever heard of him, but it's beautifully drawn. I'll stick it up on the screen when I finish this voiceover. Dow Dabbit, his name is, by Tom Roweck, or Pete One. I'm saying that completely wrong. I know I don't know how to say their names properly, but it's an artist and writer, obviously, which I've never ever heard of before, and the drawings are absolutely fantastic. Now, I found a place where you can actually download the comics and read them on your phone. You know, and there seems to be loads of them. But why have we never heard of this wonderful character and this wonderful artwork? So Peter has subscribed as well, so thank you very, very much. And he asked me, could I incorporate this character in whatever form in my next video? He may be regretting that, with this one particularly. Anyway, so that's what I've done. He hasn't got the same kind of clothes on and everything. He kind of fits into the world he's in here. But what a lovely character! How beautifully drawn! Oh, and whoever has drawn these, Tom Rope. I wish I could say their names properly. Absolutely fantastic artist, whoever it is. It's on a par with Asterix. I can't think of it. Exceptionally good art, anyway. So Dow Dabbit. Go and have a look online. Just put it in, and there is a site somewhere that you can download files, and they're all on there. And you can read them all in English if you're English. That is, obviously they're. Now he's Dutch. This chap, he's Dutch. He speaks Dutch, because I've been translating all he says to me into English, and it's Dutch. So. Yeah. Oh, yes. Please subscribe. Leave a like.
Hello? You want to say anything? Big piece of empty space here? Bored to death we are. Say something.
Anyway, back to the more serious thing now. Just to let you know, one of my short videos has had over 1,000 views. My mind has blown, literally blown. So yeah, it's 1,000 views. I've never had a video do 1,000 views. Not my longer ones, they haven't done that. But the short one. It was a little tour of one of my sketchbooks. Over 1,000 views, which is absolutely amazing. So thank you everybody for looking. If there's thousands of people want to, could you subscribe? That'd be great. Oh dear. Doesn't matter. Anyway, how is everybody? How are you all doing? I hope you're doing well. And I hope you're enjoying your drawing. Come on guys, give it a go. It's a lot of fun. As you can see, out of a circle comes a grotesque and horrible picture. So I am actually drawing the Stargate now around the Sphincter Gate. The Sphincter Gate. Oh, that's what I should call it, shouldn't I? The Sphincter Gate, not the Stargate. Yeah. Well, not the Stargate. I was going to call it the Sphincter, the Star Sphincter. But the Sphincter Gate would be better, wouldn't it? I think so. I might put that in the title now. And yeah, it's just drawing some little people in, but these things you don't even see in a minute because I cover them over with the other characters. So yeah, it's going well. Seeing as this came out of nothing, out of the depths of my brain and imagination. Use your imagination. Yeah, you all know where that's from. We've had 3 kids see grow up, and they've all watched their kiddie programs in the morning, you know. I'm a bit croaky. I don't know why. Why am I a bit croaky? I could do with a mint. A minto. Yeah, so I enjoy drawing all these little technical bits, you know, all these little bits of machinery and that kind of thing. What's wrong with me? There he is over there, looking at me weird. Oh, those sound effects. Did you hear that? It's clever, wasn't it? Wasn't that clever? Did you not think that was clever? I thought it was great. There he goes. This is Dow Dabbit now. Or Dew Dabbit, I'm not sure. Dow Dabbit. But yeah, this is my version of him, and he's a technician in a and I like to draw these on a separate piece and then scan them in later on and then drop them in the drawing, which it works better for me. Sometimes I do it that way, sometimes I'll draw the characters in there, and I don't know. It depends on how I'm feeling and how courageous I'm feeling. Obviously I wasn't feeling that courageous, so I did them on a separate piece of paper. Yeah, I knew he was going to take a bit of work, you see, to work out. That's what it was, because I've never drawn him before, and so he was going to be quite there you go, that's where he's going to go. He always seems to have a little stick and bag, so I put that in there as well. And then I drew this other character called Captain Panic. Now Captain Panic was a character I developed in college from 1997 to 2001. That's when I was in college. And Captain Panic was because some people used to call me Captain Panic, you see, because I used to, well, not used to, but I still panic about things. But so I've resurrected him, and this is Captain Panic. He's a little bit different to what he was. He's got I quite like these figures without any eyes. So I was going to do it with my Seamus Gumshoe, but it's a bit late now because Seamus has got his eyes and everything, and I don't want to change it really. So Captain Panic it is. He's a space adventurer, basically. That's all he is. He's you know, and he's about to go through this time sphincter, or ooh, ink. Here we go, inking Here we go, Inky. Ooh. Sorry. I forget sometimes that I'm talking to you, you see, and I'm on my own, and I start singing and la 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 la, and I forget that I've got people watching this, you know, or trying to, listening to me waffle on a load of garbage. But yeah, so I love all this like techie stuff, but not modern techie stuff, old techie stuff. You know, stuff from the 80s and 70s, which, you know, look really cool. Because stereos looked so much nicer in the 70s and 80s. Well, the 70s are the most, yeah, beautiful, you know, amplifiers, and anyway, you don't want to know about that. So my daughter's moved out now. So as soon as she moved out, I made her room into a man cave. Big screen television, stereo speakers. Got a little table for model making. Models. My wife just goes in there and goes, oh no, it's an extension of his office. Yeah, inking up the sphincter gate. You know, what shall I call it? Shall I call it space sphincter or sphincter gate? I'm not sure. Actually, in the Star Trek film, Star Trek the Motion Picture, there was a big sphincter in that. You know, that they had to travel through. The Spock got sucked into, didn't he, I think? Yeah, you can see why I have to be careful what I say. Sorry. But, yeah, so I tried to make it, you know, as techie as possible. Or tacky as possible. It's tacky as possible. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I do like these characters with their noses and their hats right down, you know, all you can see is their nose. But it's June. The 6th. Temperature has dropped down to 15 degrees, which is a bit chilly for the old knees. It's a bit chilly for the old knees. So yeah. Yeah, putting some cross-hatching in now. I don't want to go too berserk on the background, because you don't want it to jump forward so much that, you know, it becomes, the characters in front of it get swallowed up by it. Sorry. I shouldn't have drawn this. I'm going to have people telling me off now going, what do you think you're doing? You should be drawing things like this. It's not funny. It's disgusting. So sorry, I'm so weak. Anyway, so if anybody is drawing, and if this has inspired anybody to draw or have a go, send us in your pictures. I'd love to show them on the screen for the next video. Give me something to talk about as well. I can, you know, I won't critique them or anything, because I've got no right to critique anything, because look at the rubbish I'm coming out with. Your stuff will be absolutely amazing in comparison. But that wouldn't be very difficult, would it, really, for the rubbish I spew out? But yeah, it's all coming together now. Using a lot of little fine liners now. Dropping those into shade with some fine lines. Yeah. So I enjoyed this one very much. It's funny though, I've enjoyed the last few drawings I've done. Although a couple of them haven't done very well, especially my Planet of the Ape and my what's the other one? Can't remember what the other one is now. But yeah, well, I don't know. They may get an audience before long. But yeah, shall I put this out on Sunday? This Sunday? I'm only a week in between videos. It's a bit excitable, isn't it? I don't think I will. Yeah, you'll expect that every time then. I don't think I can do that every week. They take a few days to do these, you know. Especially with the voiceover and everything, and doing the recording. But yes, it's all coming together. Yeah, so where all the world is falling apart and terrible things are happening and threats of war and all that kind of stuff, You can always rely on YouTube to come up with things that'll distract you and make you feel a little bit better by making you smile. Well, I hope it makes you smile. This may make you grimace. What are you doing on these drawings, you dirty little git? So, yeah. Oh, dear me, yeah. Our dog had a tick. You know, I don't mean that kind of tick. I mean a tick, a big bug on it. And my son took it off with a pair of pliers. And as the dog pulled away from him afterwards, she bit him. Broke the skin and all. He had to go and have a tetanus in the hospital. She didn't mean it aggressively. She was just like, you know, you just yanked this thing out of my chest. I'm going to let you know I'm not happy. Well, he pinned her down straight away, so she was alright afterwards. She kind of knew she'd done wrong. But yeah, they're blinking horrible things. Ticks, aren't they? I've never seen one before. Never had a dog with one. The Tick. Oh, I love that cartoon. Absolutely, I've got that on DVD. The Tick. Have you ever seen that? They made a series of it, didn't they? Which I wasn't that sure about, to be honest, because they all started effing and jeffing in it, you know. And but the cartoon, there's no effing and jeffing in that. It's very good, that is. Where did I get that from? Effing and jeffing. I'm sure that's something on YouTube. Oh, I know where it is. I think. Is it Mr. Hughes? Who'd fix his tanks? Go and see him. He's very funny. Very, very funny. But yeah, all the little technicians now, you know, in these places. Remember the James Bond films, the old ones, the 1970s and 80s ones, where you go to the evil lair and it's massive, you know, and you hear this voice going, all in the background, you know. Never quite understand what they're saying. There we go. There's the two characters. It won't be long before we go to what do you call it? Computer. Hello, computer. I gotta stop saying that. Yeah, I changed his clothes a little bit. I gave him a technician's jacket, you know, coat, and I still get his little bag behind him though. And I got my Captain Panic in a balaclava. Don't ask me why, but I quite like the idea of him and all he was showing was his nose. I actually might do that, you know. I might just give him a balaclava and no face, but just a nose. You know, space adventure. Well, it's a bit like Judge Dredd, isn't it? From 2000 AD. The best comics in the galaxy. Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Marvel, but they are better. What have I done? What have I said? That's it now. I've alienated everybody, probably. But yeah, I've always been a 2000 AD guy. Not that you can buy them anymore. Well, I can't. I bought them for the kids. I bought them for my son once. When he was young, you know. And little did I know they'd now add effing and jeffing in that and all. My son's going, what does this mean, Daddy? I'm going, and talk about bloodthirsty. Oh my goodness. Anyway, the old ones. I like the 70s and the 80s ones. Of Judge Dredd, yeah. But yeah, that's... so I quite like the balaclava, the green balaclava. And the green suit. It used to be blue when I was in college. It had a blue space suit on. But... I don't know where he's going to go when he goes through the sphincter, the space, the star sphincter or the sphincter gate. I don't know what to call it. But yeah, I'll have to decide because it's going to have to come up on the thumbnail, isn't it? Sphincter gate, Stargate. I might put star in and cross it out and then put sphincter gate, you know, instead. So I could do it the same kind of text, couldn't I, as the movie. Love that movie. Great movie that was. I enjoyed the series as well, but of course the series went on for quite a few years, and I kind of lost touch with it then. You know, unless you follow something all the way through avidly, you know, you're going to lose your place, aren't you? But it was a quite good series, and then they did Stargate Atlantis, which was alright. That was quite good, that. I quite like that one. But again, series after series, you can't keep up with them. I found myself, you know, about 2 or 3 hours in the evening just watching these TV series. It's too much. Rubbing out the pencil. Aye, rubbing out the pencil. Adding a wee bit of dark now just to make it pop off the page. But, you better be recording. I'm watching you. Anyway, let's hope this video does a bit better than the other long ones. Got my dog scraping at the door now, wanting to come in. I'm not letting you in. She's got a friend over, Bucky, a little spaniel. He's come to stay with us for a couple of days. Beautiful little doggy, wonderful little dog. But boy, he's like go in the garden, he's like a bulldozer through all the flower beds, through all the shrubs. And he's broken a tree, smashed it to smithereens. I don't know, honestly. What is he made of? Concrete. Computer. Hello, computer. So yeah, I'm going to clean these up, take all the white out of the background. There you go. And then I'm going to save them as whatever I've saved them as. And then I'm going to, you know, copy and paste them over. That's the technical term. What do I call that? There we go. Oh. Took him separately and took him separately. Get rid of that one now. Get rid of that one. There we go. Make him look like he's standing in the distance and he's standing in the, you know, closer to you. There you go. Oh, I did get that fella in the background. Oh, it's time for colour. It's colour time, everybody. Colour. Hello, colour. Yeah, I could not get their skin right. I bought a set of white, these markers, ones here you're looking at. And I didn't like the skin colours, they weren't bright enough. So I went back to the old Copic pens and used those instead. See, not happy. So on the characters in the foreground and the machinery in the foreground, I used a tone pen, which is basically a warm grey. You can get different types of grey, cool grey. And I used a warm grey for their shadows and everything. And then I use all the blue in the background. Basically like the other drawings, you know. Shall I let the dog in? Because he's nagging me now. She's nagging me. Let me in, let me in. I don't want to let her in. So I made them quite, you know, military kind of look. Wanted to give him some air tanks on the back, so because he doesn't know where he's going to end up, where they're going to line up the sphincter gate. I think I'll call it sphincter gate. Or shall I call it a star sphincter? I still quite like star sphincter, you see. Originally I had it as space sphincter, but star sphincter. Don't know. So yeah, so that's what I've used. I've used lots of greys to do the shading at the front, warm greys. And then I'll hit the back with the blue. You put a bit of red in so that, you know, your eye is drawn to the characters. See the bit on his shoulder there? On Captain Panic's shoulder? A little bit of red just to draw the eye in to where he is. Because if you start putting loads of red in the background, you see, you know, it's going to kind of distract the eye from what you want people to look at in your drawing. So adding all the shade now, just one type of blue. I think it's baby blue. I can't remember what it's called now. Yeah, this is. Please don't think, right? Oh, look how he does all his colouring. You know, oh, it's total guesswork. A lot of it is guesswork. I'm winging it. And I know to a certain degree if I start with light blue and work my way to the darks, I'm kind of safe, you know, because you can go over the light blue, can't you? So I just go from light blue to darker, 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 as you will see. Plus I want that star sphincter to... Sorry. I want it... I can't say I want it to pop. I want it to stand out. No, I should have done this. I should have done this. Oh, it's a mistake. If I don't get banned from YouTube, it'll be a miracle. Excuse me, please, one moment. Sorry, I don't know why I'm so hoarse. Yeah. So there we go. This is, I'm using a darker blue now on the roof, on the ceiling, to try and get the. I'm not going to say anything else. I'm just going to be quiet. It's too dangerous. It's just too dangerous. I have. Yeah. There we go. Lots of blues now. Give up. Honestly, if anybody sees this, I know they're going to go bananas at me. But yeah. Use little bits of orange just to cheer things up. Going over the greys just to... You don't want it all looking grey and... Here we go. Here we go. It's time for the star sphincter to be coloured. I'm not sure. I'm not convinced I should put this video on YouTube. I'm gonna get banned. Well, I always like a checkered floor. And using again the tonal greys for the background, you know, for the there you go. That drops it back as well because it's a very plain colour. But using cool greys, which means yes, less yellow and red, more blue in the grey for your background pictures. And now I'm adding the good old Posca. We love the Posca. Yeah, Posca really makes everything pop. Pop. No. Oh no. Oh, anybody got any good suggestions for next time I do a drawing? Let me know, please. Don't leave it to me anymore. Oh, look, I'm landing myself in pop. Pop. Sphincter pop. Oh no. Anyway. So yeah, I like to go around the characters in the white. It makes them pop off the page. You don't have to do that if you don't like to do that, you know, if you're not fussed on that kind of thing. But yeah, I quite like that effect. Yes. I don't know. Anyway, back to the computer. There we go. We've scanned it in. Gonna put my name in as usual. Don't know why, but nobody's gonna ever want these drawings. I cleaned up the outside, haven't I? Gonna brighten it up a bit. Oh no, that is bright enough, I suppose. There he is, Dow Egbert. No, what's a Dowie Egbert? I can't remember what that is now. Dow Dabbert character. Captain Panic. Oh, I wanted to make it look like glass over his face, so I just covered it in blue, lower the opacity down to about 50%, and then rub out a bit so you can. His nose is like pressing against the glass kind of thing. Oh, here's the second layer to help you do that. Yeah, there you go. It just makes it look like he's in a glass bubble, you know. Yep. And I think I'm nearly there. Did I put... Oh, I did, yeah. Ah, here we go, the speech bubbles now. Oh, I did this one, right? And I did it behind the blinking... my logo. I didn't realise what I'd done. But you'll see it in a minute anyway. Captain Panic, are you ready? Are you ready, Captain Panic? Please don't think I ever watched the Gladiators program. I hate it. I don't. Oh, dear me. Sir, yes, sir. He's ready. I'm ready, sir. There we go. His little speech bubble. And then another one here, which I had to be very, very careful of what I was getting them to say. I won't tell you what first went through my mind, but the Space Sphincter is now online. I was entering a dangerous world of innuendo. I should have thought of this before I did the drawing. Anyway, here's the black and white one final results. Thanks everybody for watching. See you next time. Ta-ra! Oh, it hasn't finished. Final results. Ta-ra!